Danışır Turizm podkastının növbəti seriyasında sizləri salamlayıram. Bugün çox maraqlı qonağım var. Biz Hindistanın turizmindən və eyni zamanda Hindistanla Azərbaycan arasındakı turizm potensialından və turizm imkanlarından danışacağıq. Eyni zamanda da son dönemlərin Azərbaycanda məşhur olan turizm Hindistan kinoları və eyni zamanda da Hindistan toy adət-ənənəsinin Azərbaycana gətirilməsindən danışacağıq. Qonağım Harjinder'dir. Hello Harjinder. I will need to you introduce yourself to my audience, then we start with my questions.
Definitely. So my name is Harjinder Singh Kukreja and I'm a friend of Hava and we met at the Emit exhibition in Istanbul. So I'm a restaurant owner. I also own plywood business in India. And I'm also a social media influencer with over 2 million followers on Instagram. And I talk about family travel, about parenting, about general lifestyle, and a lot about my community.
Yeah, so you said that you're a restaurant owner, so I want to start with this one first. As you are traveling a lot and as you are traveling many different cultures and countries, what is different from your country, like restaurant business? For example, how you can differentiate restaurant business in India and in Turkey, let's say so, because it's very close to our culture.
Yes. So in India, the restaurant business is booming. People have stopped cooking at their homes.
At all.
They do cook at home. Everyone cooks at home, but the number of people eating out have really increased. The market has really boomed.
Wow.
Like earlier, parents would take out their children once a week.
Wow,
or twice a week. But now, every day one meal is outside, right? Or they order from outside, or they go out to eat. So, means that the market has really grown.
Yeah, exactly. But what it is what is the difference? For example, as Turkish market, what is the difference of restaurant business in India and in Turkey, for example?
Yeah, in India, the home delivery of food is big. Mm-hmm. India is the biggest market for food home delivery.
Wow.
We have some amazing apps which are the best in the world, like Zomato and Swiggy. Mm-hmm. And it's so easy and convenient to order food at home.
Okay.
So all the gourmet restaurants, all the restaurants are online as well.
So and my other question, as you are with turban, it is called turban, yes?
Yes.
As you are with turban and it's very cultural thing for India.
Yeah.
How you travel? So the way people are looking at you, how is it?
So just for all the followers of yours who don't know, I'm a follower of the Sikh religion. Mm-hmm. It's the world's 5th largest religion, and the men in our religion, they wear the turban and they don't cut their hair.
Wow.
So 99% people in the US who wear turbans are Sikhs. And we've been in the US for almost 130 years. Yet people don't know about us. Yet the average American has no idea about who a Sikh is.
Okay.
So there's a lot of lack of awareness about Sikhs. So yes, it's not always the most convenient to travel with the turban, but it's also a matter of pride, how we get noticed, and also we get some amazing love from people who know about our culture and who know about us. So it's a very mixed sentiment. I think it's very subjective how you take it. So as a Sikh traveler, I personally am very proud and very happy. People want to know more about my culture. It's a conversation starter.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, people want to start a conversation around this topic. So for me, it has always been a good experience.
Okay. But what about you at your blogs, you mainly use Indian songs, and it's very authentic and it's really interesting. For example, for me, because in our country we love to watch Indian movies as well. And for example, you use your national songs at your blogs. So how you get the reactions from other nationalities, and who is the most following nationalities in your blog?
Yeah. So I try to use trending music. Mm-hmm. Music that's trending, because that ups the reach of your Instagram.
Yep.
And like my followers are mostly from the Indian community, but living in different parts of the world. Right? They live in Australia, Canada, United States. So wherever the Sikh community, the Punjabi community is in larger numbers, that's where my followers belong.
Okay. And
Right? But I have a lot of followers in Turkey as well,
yes, you
especially on
are.
my
I saw it. You are very famous here. Everybody gets to know you here.
and especially on Twitter, like a lot of
Yeah.
Turkish people. I have 1 million plus Twitter followers, and 100,000 are from Turkey.
Wow, 100,000. It's very huge
Absolutely.
amount
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
Because, for example, Turkish people love to use Twitter. Like,
Yes.
yeah, they
Yes,
are
yes.
very active on Twitter rather than on Instagram and other platforms. And I want to go more deep to the tourism industry. So, how you see, for example, my audience is from Azerbaijan, and they will be very interested to visit India. So, what do you
Welcome.
suggest for them? There are lots of stereotypes about the traveling, and what do you offer them? How to start, for example, 1 week Indian, let's say so, tour.
Yeah, like I think India is a world in itself, just like Turkey.
Definitely,
Every region of Turkey has a different flavor.
exactly.
Like if you go to Çanakkale, it's so different from Bursa, so different from Cappadocia, so different from Istanbul. So India is very similar. In India, like every region, like the northern part, is so different from the south. The south is so different from the west. Mumbai, Delhi, Agra, so different from each other. Right?
So where to start?
So 1 week in India is a fairly good time, but you will be able to see only 1%. Right, or
Definitely.
experience 1%, which is fine.
Yeah.
Which is fine. But the point I'm trying to make is you need to come back again and again to India to really explore how beautiful the country is.
I know, and we also see in
And,
Azerbaijan.
and like you asked, like where to start.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think you should start with Delhi, Amritsar. Amritsar is the holiest place of the Sikh people. You could go to Agra.
Wow, okay.
Right, so these are very good places to start.
For me personally, I would love to visit India during Holi festival.
Absolutely.
I'm keen on Holi festival, and
Wow.
it's my childish dream to get that colors on my
Wow.
face, to wear sari. I love it because we are the generation that grew up with Shah Rukh Khan's movies, like.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah, so for me, for example, Holi festival is something amazing. Like,
So I would like to welcome you to my home,
yeah,
to
thank
my
you very
city,
much.
with
Thank
your family. Please come with your kids and your wife and your husband to our home, and we'll play Holi together.
Thank you very much. And I want to go regarding for example, in our country, recently, last two years, let's say so, after pandemic, it was actually before pandemic as well, but it was less. Now, almost in every landmark of the city, I can see some Indian people that are shooting movies. And also,
Wow.
I have seen many requests as I am a hotelier as well. I have seen many requests from India for Indian wedding. So, how is it organized, and do you like to do weddings abroad? And why where from this kind of culture has been created at all?
Wow. So destination weddings. India has always been a very family oriented, culture.
Yeah.
Where people have large families, and weddings have 1,000 people and 1,200 people, 500 people, right? So but now the trend is changing. People want to celebrate with 200 people, with 100 people, and they want their closest ones. But they have the budgets for 1,000 people.
Okay.
They have the budgets because that's the way family's been working. That's the way calculation is done, that we have the budget for 1,000 people wedding. But we want to celebrate with 100 people.
Okay. Then you spend that.
That money as a
Money.
destination wedding.
Okay.
And it's big. Even in India, like people travel to Goa, people travel to Missouri, people travel to different parts, Jaipur, for having their weddings, destination weddings. And like even then they save money
Wow.
versus
Okay.
doing 1,000 people wedding in their own city.
Yeah.
Right. And so, and you really enjoy more when you have your closest people, you know, everybody knows everybody in the wedding. Because right now what happens is, if you do a large wedding, there are many guests that you don't know.
Yeah.
It
Exactly.
could be the guest of your uncle.
It is almost the same culture as Azerbaijanis does, because
Uh-huh.
we used to have around 500, 600 people on our weddings who even I do not know.
Yeah.
Someone from my father's generations and generations, but I don't know actually why I need them to participate at my wedding party. I don't want it because, as more people comes, you are getting more like close, because it's kind of, you do not feel in on your shoes there, like. And I think this is the great culture that is changing. And COVID,
Absolutely.
after COVID, for example, for our culture, for our country, it has changed a lot. For example,
Yeah.
before it was 500, now it's not more than 200 people. But
Yeah.
200 is also very big for us. Very, selected ones. Like there are people who are celebrating for 50 people as well. But and it's for me actually it's a very good culture that is started. And I've been in one Indian wedding in Azerbaijan. It was celebrated in Fairmont Hotel. Like the way you celebrate your wedding parties is very amazing. Like it is almost the same as we see in the movies.
Yeah, and we call it the big fat Indian wedding.
Yeah, it's very beautiful. Someone getting khanas, almost every woman getting khanas, and they have
Yeah.
very good wearings,
Yeah.
and they enjoy with their partner. It's really amazing. Like
Absolutely. There's so much of food. So much
food,
of, yeah.
food especially. And what I love there, I don't know how you call it, the ring with the flowers
Right.
that you put on your head.
Yeah.
What does it mean, and why you use it actually?
It's like a ceremony that the Hindu people, they have it as a ceremony for the wedding. Yeah.
Okay. And regarding the traveling to Azerbaijan, have you
Yeah.
been to Azerbaijan
I
before?
have never been to Azerbaijan.
I would invite you and your family to our country to
Wow.
visit Baku first, because the country starts from Baku, but it never ends with Baku.
Wow.
Yeah, I would love to invite you to our
Definitely.
country to see Baku and surroundings, what
Wow.
are there. For example, we have very beautiful destinations for gastrotourism.
Wow.
You can taste lots of cheese there. You can taste lots of different kinds of dolmas there, which is, under the UNESCO heritage site.
Wow.
And we have the place called Sheki, and it is the place where it's also under the UNESCO's list, and you can feel there the real Azerbaijani, the real Azerbaijani culture that came from the years to years.
Wow.
For example, you are traveling a lot, and as you are traveling, what do you do for your restaurant business? For example, do you consider visiting restaurant while what can I change at my restaurant as well?
Absolutely. The exposure that I have got over the years while traveling, has helped me in my restaurant business. Because when you travel, you see new trends.
Yeah, exactly.
You see what's happening in the market. What can you bring back home?
Exactly.
So that's something. Even you're a cafe owner, right?
Yeah.
So you can relate to what I'm saying. That it's very interesting how we can travel,
Yeah.
get more knowledge, and repeat the same knowledge.
Yeah,
in our
exactly. And
restaurants.
I want to ask you about your ownership at the restaurant. So, how is it? For example, you said at our one conversation that I act to all my followers as my customers. Like the
Yes.
whole world is my customer. Actually, this is very beautiful sentence I have heard ever.
Yeah.
So, can you please give a brief about
Yeah.
this one?
So like the conversation we were having is that what gives me power and what shapes my conversations with people is that I relate to people, everyone, as my customer. Right? I relate that tomorrow I meet you for the first time. but I relate to you as tomorrow we will be doing business together.
Yeah.
Right. So that gives me a lot of empowerment, and I need to be nice with my customer.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
customer is king,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So I treat everyone with respect, with love, with compassion, and that's something which really motivates me to be amazing with people.
Yeah, exactly. This is the very beautiful way because uh, like I love this sentence. Like the world is my customer. Like I adore it. I didn't
Great,
look
thank
to
you.
the people in a that way.
Yeah.
And this will be that meaning what I will use in my life as well. And I want you to ask about our last visit about a meat exhibition.
Yes.
So how you see it? And I haven't seen there any Indian exhibition stands at all.
There was.
There was,
A
okay.
very small one, but there was, yes.
Ah, okay. And
Yeah. So Amit is like it's my second year this time at the Amit exhibition. It's the world's fifth largest exhibition, and it covers the East Mediterranean region. So if any of your followers in the travel industry want to actually explore working with different destinations of Turkey, right? That's the exhibition you need to be. That's what
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
Be it North Cyprus or be it Çanakkale or Bursa, all these beautiful regions like Balıkesir, Marmaris, Mersin, all these beautiful regions we have seen together.
Exactly.
Are beautifully represented, and you can learn more about them. You can be in touch with directly with the tourism people of those regions.
Exactly.
And look at how you can bring your customers here, bring your family here. So B2B and B2C as well.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with you in this point. And also, I wanted to ask a last question.
Please.
As I have audience from the people who just wants to start their travel blogging as well, what would you suggest to them? How to start or what to focus on mainly?
See, I think I remember on the panel, you just said one line in English, rest was all Azerbaijani and Turkish, and you said content is king.
Yep.
So I would say to all the people who want to start their own blog, their own Instagram, their own Twitter, their own any platform, and they want to be public figures, they want to really talk about it in openly, I think just start. Just focus on content, focus on quality content, find your niche, like find
Exactly.
your find your uniqueness. Like why would people follow you?
Exactly.
Like, what is it that you're doing special? If you have any special idea, special, like intellectual property that you can build over time, there should be a unique flavor about you. You should have someone who would really like to be like you. So, if you have that kind of expertise, that kind of knowledge, that kind of awareness, that kind of vision, please just focus on content creation. Don't worry about followers. It's the job of the followers to follow. Your job is to create. So go out there and create.
It was great. Thank you very much for being at my podcast today.
Thank you.
I thank you.
Thank you.
Çok teşekkür ederim yerine kadar izlediğiniz için. Eğer size sorular maraqlıdırsa, daha doğrusu suallarınız varsa rey bölməsində yaza bilərsiniz. Suallarınıza cavab verməyə çalışacağıq. Və növbəti qonağımın kimin olmasını seçmək istəyirsinizsə, o zaman yenə reylər bölməsində sizi gözləyəcəm və bu podkastın daha çox insana çatması üçün bəyənməyi və dostlarınızla paylaşmağı unutmayın. Hələlik növbəti podkastlarda görüşənə qədər. So how you say goodbye in Indian?
Goodbye. Sat Shri Akal.
Sat Shri Akal. Did I say right?
Yeah, you did it correctly. Yes.
Thank you very much. It was amazing.
Thank you.